Hi everyone, it's Dr. Tracy Adams again, and I want to talk about this week the difference between people-pleasing and being of service. And how do you know the difference? This is a great conversation around our own emotional intelligence, because when you're truly aware of how you feel, you can decide when you're freely giving to someone and when you're people-pleasing. So when I'm people-pleasing, some of the feelings I have are resentment, bitterness, confusion, anger. When people try to get on my calendar or want to do things and I don't really want to do things, even when I have made commitments to people, sometimes I'll think, oh gosh, do I really have to do that? And what I've realized is that if I'm not fully taking care of myself and I'm not fully practicing radical self-care, which is part of our emotional intelligence toolkit, then I'm not going to be of service. I'm not going to give from the overflow of my heart. I had this realization a few weeks ago. I went to Phoenix. My dad was having surgery, and when I found out he was needing surgery, my first thought was, what would a good daughter do? And usually when I'm in that mindset, it's not people-pleasing, but it's definitely obligation. Like, what would a good daughter do? And the second thought in that was, I completely want to be of service to my dad and his wife. Like, I just want to be there, even though I knew he had it under control. You know, I had called him on the phone and he said, no, don't fly, don't bother yourself and come on out. Everything's good. You know what? I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I really wasn't. Because my role in that, because I have built a life for myself around good emotional resilience and capability, where it wasn't always like this. Like, I would not have been able to drop my life 10 years ago to fly off and help someone. Because I just was so filled with anxiety and stress, and I didn't prioritize, and I didn't know what was up, what was down. It wasn't until I really embraced the skills and tools that I teach around emotional intelligence, setting clear boundaries, saying no to things that don't add value, 86ing people in my life that just suck the energy out of me, just really choosing what kind of drama I let into my life has been so powerful that my life is pretty calm, and I can pretty much pack my bags and go somewhere with a lot of freedom and a lot of groundedness. So when I flew out there to be with him, I had this realization, first of all, that I was there for his wife. Like, he was out of it for most of the time, but my role was to make sure she was fed, that she had coffee, that she had a ride to the hospital and back, and it just felt so good to be of service to her and love her and honor her. And then to watch them together, it was such a tender moment to see that coupleship unfold and for her to be of service to him. Like, I watched her, because I was of service to her, she was completely able to be fully present and loving to him. It just, it just brings tears to my eyes thinking about how beautiful that moment was and how worth it was for me to take that trip for my own emotional capabilities, to build my own emotional connection with another human being. So again, the difference, right? If I wasn't in practicing radical self-care, the difference of that experience would be complete chaos in my mind, stress, not sleeping, not drinking water, not eating, not taking care of myself. I would have been people-pleasing, and we all know how people-pleasing feels. We lose ourselves, we are doing for other people. I mean, I know so many women that I coach that are doing so much for other people that they're not healthy, they're having to take all kinds of medications because they can't eat right or sleep right, or their high blood pressure or cholesterol. Like, there's all kinds of things going on their dashboard, their what I call the Thrive On dashboard, and they can't see that they're people-pleasing. So the full joy that you get then from giving from the overflow is something that I will cherish forever. So I would encourage us, here's the tool, here's the technique, is to scan your life. Where in your life are you people pleasing? Where are you in your life where you're doing things out of obligation, out of resentment, out of the fact you don't want to hurt someone else's feelings? Where are you doing that? And how can you pull back and eliminate those activities, and then practice radical self-care, being really intentional with your thoughts, feelings, and wants, moving into the direction of your heart's desire, setting great boundaries for yourself so that you can truly be of service to another person, which just feels so good. You know, I love that saying, get your own house in order, because it really is about that. When your own house is in order, literally, you're able to give freely to other people. So with that, thrive on, everyone, and I'll see you next time.